And we're back. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to today's episode of the Law News and Laughter podcast. The lighting's not too bad, I suppose. It's what is it? It's gone 20 past 10 in the morning on Saturday. Yeah, as Jason pointed out, I do owe a dog cam already. Thank you so much for dropping 10 memberships over the last 2 days. And yeah, sorry you dropped those 5 without realizing that last night was a premiere. I was just still so dog tired that I just, yes, pun intended, that I tracked the premiere on and I just needed to like crash because it's a visit from a nope rope. No thanks. I'm very happy with no nope ropes. I really am. Oi, get in the frame, will you? So I can put the camera on. And you already brought a sock in, of course you did. Out from under the desk. Come on. People want to see you, not your butt. Come on. Out. Sit. There we go. We have proof of life on the dog on the Labrador. So, I'm back. Lots to talk about, lots to cover, lots to. Yes, I'm using StreamYard just because I wanted to get this one up and running quickly. I didn't feel like boomering my way through setting up Streamlabs again just for the. What's that smell? You had to service. Ew, Doc. God, wash your mouth out. Ew. Hey, Coke Fairy. So, where do I start? No, I know you're teasing. Relax. Trust me, there's a much higher quality of troll on Twitter at the moment. Because, I was dumb enough to put out a tweet basically bitching and moaning about how I'm losing money by, giving discounts to people that are down on their luck. And, of course, everybody and anybody decided that was about the internet drama. Classy, Angel. Real classy. And apparently, that tweet just took off, so I had to do a complete, explanation tweet, which annoyed the hell out of me. You got one of those t-shirts that gave you diabetes. You left on a bunch of good shit. Idiot Zoom calling in court. Vince McMahon updates, all sorts. I did see that. The guy zooming in from it. The Zoom court thing is something I'm most definitely going to be doing a video of because that's just fucking funny to me. The guy literally decided it'd be a good idea to zoom into court while driving, whilst on a suspended license. That's great. Now that you're back on stream, you're officially back home. Kind of feels that way, Jared. I'm not going to lie. And that's sort of why I wanted to do a stream last night, but at the same time, I just did not have it on me. There's a follow-up Zoom call that's much less funny. The reason why it was suspended. Ugh. Doggy likes showing her ass at the camera. That she does. You just like being close to me now because I was gone for a week, wasn't I? Honestly, her and the cat have been the ones that have cared the most that I'm home. They're the ones that keep snuggling up and making sure that I'm still here. You're a good dog, aren't you? Huh? You're a good cow. The government was supposed to reinstate it 2 years ago. No shit. So it was only suspended on a technicality. That'll get juicy. Okay. Yeah, okay. Can you get out of my crotch? You think? Did you ever find the hard monster or the Mountain Dew? I found the Mountain Dew. I tried it. Although I'm drinking regular Mountain Dew because we don't have the alcoholic version here, I did actually find that it was quite to my taste, and it did help me sleep, which was great. Psycho says that the next time I abandon you, that you need to destroy something that I like. Well, see, the sad thing is that she was walking around the house with my hat. Not this one, obviously, because this one's from Vegas. She found the Australia Day hat and was walking around with it in her mouth. Apparently she was pining for me, which I feel really bad about, don't I? Yes, I do. Yes, I does. Yes, I does. Huh? Yes, I does. But I don't regret the trip, obviously. It was an amazing time. It sort of opened my eyes to a couple of things as well. Let me just pull you. You stop putting pulling your jumper down. Oh, If I give you a treat, will you go and sit back on your bed? All right, look out. Back, back, back. Watch your head. Damn, we're down to your last pack of treats. I'm going to have to buy some more. Right, onto your bed. There you go. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I don't remember. What was I saying? That tail's like a police baton with how loud it smacks the chair. Oh, tell me about it. And when she hits your arm, you feel it. Trust me. And now she's gonna pine because she's eating her snack, and she's Yep, there we go. Dog with the hat. Don't regret the trip. Thank you, Trenton. No, I could never regret that trip because honestly, it's. I've realized why I enjoy streaming so much, and it's gonna be like. Hello. What? There's a mummy here. No, you're in your PJ still. How'd it go? Thank you. Something about me learning the true meaning of friendship, probably. No, it wasn't so much that. And look, this is going to get a little bit sappy. But basically, I realized why I stream so much. And it's not so much that I want the fame or the fortune or anything like that. It's because I get fucking lonely. And I didn't actually realize it until I got back because. Thank you, Angel. That was really well timed. Morning from Magnetic Island in Queensland. Hello. Because I realized, like, the wife's up and out of the house by 8. Munchkin's at school by 8:45. I'm sitting at my desk doing work by 9. We see everyone back in the house. I mean, depending on what day it is, either I pick the child up at 3 o'clock or closer to 5 because that's when when my office closes, is at 5 o'clock. And the wife gets home around 6. We're all in the house for maybe an hour and a half or so, 2 hours a day. And then everyone's off to bed. So I sit here and I stream to you guys. And I was like, well, holy crap. It's because it's social interaction. I enjoy being around people, but I'm not really around people because I'm not like Boulder, how you doing, buddy? Been a while. Did you bring anything home with you that you can't get in Australia? This shirt, this hat. I mostly brought back clothes in terms of souvenirs. Like the missus got a pink Vegas jumper and I got a Vegas shot glass and that sort of thing. Trying to say you like us, Hayden. I think for the last little while, streaming's been what's kept me sane. Because it was really an eye-opener being actually in a group of people, like an actual group of friends for a while. And like having that constant interaction with people for a period of a few days. And I was like, it just sort of opened my eyes as to why I stream and why I do what I do. So, but anyway, I didn't mean for this to be like a downer or anything like that. It's just more I just want to say a big thank you to all my viewers. That is what I really am trying to say. Is that I very much appreciate that you guys take the time to sit and watch and encourage. And he lost his shirt at the blackjack table, so Jeff had to buy him a new one. All need social contact to stay sane. Yeah. Because unfortunately, there's only so much that this little thing can do. Right there. No, look, the shirt stayed on. In fact, I have actually. Am I able to present a screen whilst sharing? I can't share. Oh wait, no, I can share a screen. Hang on. At different points, I actually did all right because present share screen. Look at that, Harrah's Las Vegas. I actually made $27.50 at one point. So I was actually pretty proud of that. And then I made $52. So I was I certainly lost more than that at the end, but I was a little bit happy. So he didn't get wasted enough to accidentally marry Jeff. Shane would have made a hilarious content. I wouldn't say we didn't get wasted enough to do that. It just didn't eventuate, is what happened. There were definitely some days where we got absolutely hammered. It's enough for a Big Mac. But, I mean, the main thing that came out of it, excuse me, I'm just going to wrap up this chocolate so that because it's staring at me. $27.50, you could get McDonald's for that one. At least it was just money. Many of my friends lost some things you can never get back, plus attained things that were hard to get rid of, lol. Well, and that actually brings me to a good point, but I'll come back to that in a second. The main thing that came out of this trip is I learned that I like cigars. And so when we got home, I went and bought a pack of 5 just so that I've got something to do on a Sunday. What I like about them is that they're not as addictive as cigarettes, which I think is great. Like, I have no urge whatsoever right now to smoke one. It's purely just that the dog's watching you. Connection's the opposite of depression. Yeah. And yeah, I think maybe on a Sunday we'll just do a nice quiet like members stream where I just sit out the back and smoke a cigar and we can all just talk and hang out and whatever else. And I think that might become a new weekly ritual, or like weekly, fortnightly ritual, whether it's on YouTube or if it's on locals. I haven't quite decided yet, but yeah, I rather enjoy it, and especially coming into winter, I think it's going to be a way to. The mistake is using them, then lighting up a cigarette. Hooked if you can get hooked. I'm not so stressed about that. Gil's asking, am I in Victoria? Yeah, I'm in Melbourne, in the outer suburbs. So, but no, because I was genuinely worried because I do have an addictive personality, and that's sort of why I had to cut myself off in terms of the gambling as well. There's a reason why cigars aren't really addictive. You don't inhale. Yeah, there is that too. The fact that you hold the smoke in your mouth, you enjoy the flavors, and then you blow it out is like, I didn't know that. Like, Jeff legitimately took me under the wing and like explained to me how you smoke a cigar, how you put it with good whiskey, how basically each cigar has 3 different thirds, and each third will taste differently based on how far it's smoked, what you're drinking with it, what you're eating with it. And it's like it's a new experience each time you do it. It was really fascinating. Need good whiskey or brandy to go with the cigar? Yeah. Cannabis is legal for sale in Vegas too. Oh, I'm aware. No, I did not smoke Jeff's cigar. I bought my own. But no, I think that's, especially in winter, it'll be a nice way to warm up and that sort of thing. So it's just got to be careful and everything. They are in Vegas. Where are we? So I don't know how to do this without going one at a time, which is going to be a pain in the ass. I've already put up most of the photos on Twitter, but hang on, where are we? Present share screen on that one. Yeah, so that's me enjoying my first ever cigar. How much did you have to claim through Australian Customs? Nothing, because I didn't bring anything back with me. How did your collection of Pokemon cards go? Did you? Surprisingly, I didn't actually get any more than the initial 4 that I got on the night before everyone else got there. I can't really show them on stream for obvious reasons, but yeah, there's a grand total of 4 of them there. And then I've still got this thing from Zach Bagans, which I'm not sure if I want to keep this or ditch it because it's creeping me the hell out still. But did Jeff ever get his gummy? That is not really for me to tell. You'll have to ask him on that one. No, I'm not. It's because I've got the dog cam up. I can't share a different app, so I'm sharing it through Pages in Brave, which I don't think I can use arrows with. No, it's because I've dropped and dragged it. So, but what are you doing? No, there's no more treats. Okay. So that's a yes then. I can neither confirm nor deny that. That's a story for him to tell, frankly. But Like, should have took back a mountain of hentai. Not allowed to. That I'm not so specifically adult material. I didn't realize this, but specifically from Japan, for example, so cartoon stuff. The Australian government has decided you're not allowed to bring it in. You're not allowed to import it. You're not allowed to have it mailed to you. You're not allowed to have statues or anything mailed to you. I thought that was less than impressive, frankly, but I only recently learned that. Which one is a dog's ass? Hey, Dwayne, how you doing, buddy? Been a while. So the first night was mostly just walking around. Putting a GoPro on the dog for his point of view would be hilarious. I did think about that. I'm just not sure how, like, so your country's cucked? Yes. Seriously, not even Tifa? No, I think you can get Tifa in provided there's no nudity. So, oh, hang on, what is it? Let me double check. Australia bans hentai. Wish I was actually joking about that. Let me check. Where's... Don't you go... Wait, did you just fart or are you growling? That should be it there. I don't think there's anything that's untoward there that I shouldn't be showing. That's the J-list blog. Australia's customs rules have made the news time and again, like when actor Johnny Depp was told to remove his dogs from the country or they'd be put down. Now Australia is killing off any chance of waifus entering the country because they've had to stop shipping there. DHL Japan called us last week informing us that Australian customs have started rejecting packages containing any adult product. They then advised us to stop sending adult products to the country. Following that, current Australian orders with the adult items in there were returned to us last week. This is from J-list. Adult items from J-list includes honor holes, hentai manga, Joshin, cast-off figures, Japanese adult video DVDs, and any product marked with an 18 plus symbol on the product's thumbnail, as seen to the right for models thanks to blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, using the honor hole box removal service will not help a product slip through customs. It's not what it's for. According to the Australian Customs website, publications, films, computer games, or any other goods that describe, depict, express, or otherwise deal with matters of sex in such a way that they offend the standards of morality, decency, and propriety generally accepted by reasonable adults are not allowed. And they put it in the same category as CP. Up to 10 years in prison, other illegal pornography, you lose your goods, on-the-spot fine, prosecution, and large financial penalties may apply. An example may be offensive fetishes in publications such as offensive fetishes, bestiality, CP, or sexual violence. So, you're saying there's a golden black market opportunity? Probably. No, cast off for the win. Yeah. Australia bans hentai. They've seen enough. Market of colour, please. Meh. So, all right, I'll pull that down. So, but no, it was good. So, basically flew out, what was it? It was Friday morning my time. I got in the Uber. It was quite early. Bit of an overreaction, whatever caused it. I'm willing to bet that it was certain people trying to import CP and they used it as just a massive ban across the board. Now the only rabbits found in Australia are the pesky ones. Oh no, like that's the frustrating thing, because for the most part, you can buy that sort of stuff from stores here in Australia. Like, you can still get stuff imported and that sort of thing, but you have to buy it from a storefront here in Australia. And when I say that sort of stuff, I'm not talking about CP or anything like that. I'm saying that, like, if you want a Japanese adult video or something like that, you can still go to a sex shop and you can still purchase them. So I think it's a little bit BS, frankly. So, but anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so got the Uber, got on the plane, which was quite nice. I don't know why, but I seem to travel quite well, provided I'm on my own. Like, getting on the plane, admittedly having a full row helped because I was able to just actually lay across the row, sleep a good chunk of the night away. but I think the time difference between Australia and the East Coast as well was a little bit easier to deal with because given that we were staying up all night, it's still more or less synced with the times that I was asleep and when I was awake, which I think helped with the jet lag. Context matters, even if we didn't assume that. Yeah. What's that? General Discord gave you an AI creation. Oh, yay. Also, for anyone that is new, because I can see that there's a few new names, we do have a Discord. I'm in there occasionally. Gotta buy your boulder. A didgeridoo version. I think it was a hoe mad at a politician had figures in his office. Wouldn't shock me, if I'm perfectly honest. Would not shock me. Yeah, no, not putting that up. I don't care what people call this month. This month is just June to me. So, oh, who's sending me text messages? No one should be text messaging me today. Oh, Spotlight. Couldn't really give a shit about Spotlight. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so got on the plane, managed to survive the trip there, got off at LAX, which wasn't really an issue. June, it's still May. No, it's the 1st of June here. So remember, 15 hours ahead. So got off at LAX, made the connection through to Vegas, which wasn't too much of an issue. Thankfully, once I landed in LAX, I was able to install the eSIM on my phone, so I was able to have regular internet and that sort of thing. But I didn't turn anything on until I landed in Vegas, and that's sort of when my phone started blowing up, and I'm just like, yeah, no, not dealing with any of this shit. I'm on vacation. So I got an Uber from the airport to the hotel, which was quite nice, and like as a destination, Vegas doesn't seem like much to the casual first observer. To someone that is going there for the first time, it's literally just a city in the middle of the desert, or at least that's what appeared to be outside of the to the outside observer. And you picked a hell of a week for a vacation. Tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it. But I mean, there's this nice look. Danny's wanting you on a birthday stream. Yeah, I know, Charles. I very much plan on dropping by there, and I'll probably shunt everyone across there as well. But for my own sanity, I had to get on stream here and let you guys know that I was all whatever. It's kind of boring in reality. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Driving in, it was all nice to be able to see like the different hotels and the Sphere and the Luxor, the Pyramid one, and all that sort of stuff. And it was more just like, okay, it's a city. It doesn't seem all that different to Houston, frankly. But then it was like, well, let's see what it's all about. So I checked into the hotel, played a couple of the slot machines, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna go for a walk, see what's out. So I walked out the front door. I stayed at the Harrah's, which was nice. They gave me a nice little upgrade to the room, which I thought was very lovely. And I walked the strip, and that's when I got the first of the few cards because I was still naive and didn't realize that the ladies expect a tip if you take a photo with them or all that sort of stuff. So thankfully, I didn't take any photos, but they handed over the cards, and they get a little frisky. And then I sort of just walked around. So I saw Treasure Island and the Mirage and various other bits and pieces, and I took various photos, some of which I've got here. Like the Venetian was nice. I went in, like, it was the middle of the night by the time I actually got out because Friday I wanted to do a whole lot of stuff, but what I did was I went up to the hotel room, decided, okay, I'll just close my eyes for 20 minutes. That was a massive fucking mistake because the next thing I know, I wake up and it's 9 p.m. I got in at 11 and I wake up at 9. That was a very stupid move on my part. So I got up, got dressed, had a shower, went and had some dinner. Um, what did I have that first night? Oh, I had one of the burgers from Guy Fieri's place. Um, what's it called? Is that even how you pronounce his name? I can never get his name right. Bed 1, Hayden 0. Yeah, basically. Um, apparently, it's supposed to be one of the best voted one of the best burgers in Vegas. I didn't think much of it. It was the mac and cheese burger. Like, don't get me wrong, it was nice, but I definitely had nicer burgers while I was there. And the irony is that one of those came from In-N-Out Burger. Um, I'm hoping that they open up shop down here. I really am, because that was delicious. Want to try Wolfgang Puck Burger sometime? Um, there was something there from Wolfgang Puck, but I can't remember where it was. It was in one of the it was in one of the hotels. I think it was like a sweet store or something. I don't think it was actually like like burgers and stuff. It wasn't savory food. It was more. Um, I'm pretty sure it was sweets like tarts and cakes and all that sort of stuff. Oh, don't worry, I've got the Discord up. I can see that one's kind of cute. The Macca's massive there. Surprisingly, Macca's is one of the few places I didn't go there, mainly because when I went to Macca's in Texas last year, it was feral. Like, it tastes nothing like Australian um Australian Macca's. Like, the food is the nuggets don't even taste like nuggets. Let's put it that way. Ramsey was going to open his fish and chips place here in Oklahoma City, but he turned it into one of his regular restaurants. That sucks. Assume the sell point is really the experience. Yeah. I mean, I went to Pizza Cake at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning because we just managed to stay up the entire night just talking and drinking and chatting. That was after we went to the bar with Ari. And I stood in line for a good 45 minutes just to get like 9 slices of pizza. In the end, they forgot one, so I didn't get any of the cheese flavored stuff. It's a franchise opportunity. Can't beat a good chippy though. No, that's true. And we had fish and chips for dinner last night, and I was like, oh yes. Or was it the night before? No, it was the night before. The night I came home, we had fish and chips. I was like, yes, a proper hamburger. Hamburger with a lot, no egg. Just because I can't do did the pizza have anything to do with cake? Yes. So the reason that it's called Pizza Cake is because it's literally the cake boss guy has his own pizza store and he sells cake in the same store. It's literally you buy pizza or you buy cake. That's why it's called Pizza Cake. And there's a vending machine on the outside of the store that sells slices of cake that is restocked and refreshed every day. And I'm just like, shit, I'm jumping all over the place, aren't I? So, all right. So first night, Guy Fieri's burger, which I was less than impressed with for the price of it, for the delivery charge. I was less than impressed. She doesn't want to be any more than a foot away from me. You want access to a cake vending machine? Me too. Buddy makes some good stuff. Been to a Carlos Bakery in Orlando. There you go. Put pizza on cake. No, not so much, but you can have pizza with cake. Look, the funny thing is, it was still some of the best pizza that I've had in a while as well. But the pizza shop that was downstairs that was open during regular hours, that's the one where I took the photo because I went back there so that my last meal in Vegas was from there because that pizza was amazing. The meat lovers was delicious. You'd never guess that I'm fat, would you? Been sitting here talking about like the different food for however long. So where was I? So first night, Guy Fieri. And then I walked the strip, went to the different thought you meant like Pizza Hut used to have the apple pizza on cheap nights. No. This is completely separate. So, walked the strip, saw the different casinos, walked through the Venetian, which has its own like canals running through it. Like you can actually get on a boat, a gondola ride, and go through the hotel, which was interesting. Not a closet cokehead. Speaking of coke, One thing that did happen was I was able to purchase some Australian Coca-Cola and take it with me, which I wasn't able to take the 6-pack of cans that I wanted to, but I got we had a 600 ml bottle, and Jeff, Flux, Jess, and her husband all got to try some Australian Coke. And it was the best Coke they've ever had. It was so much better than American and Mexican Coke. And I do have an actual video about that will be released in about a year. But it's nice to know that Aussie Coke is the best Coke in the world. I'm extraordinarily happy about that because it means that I'm justified in saying that American Coke sucks. Kids used to totally abuse it. How most of those vending machines do it. Very few actually have fresh cake. Most are syrup covered in crap. Ugh. Oh, I heard the vending machine cake is nasty. It's all simple syrup to keep it moist. Ugh. I don't even want to think about it. In context of what's been going on, be careful with all the Coke too. Yeah, I know. Like I was hesitant even to make the joke. But no, like I was able to pour out some shot glasses worth of liquid Australian soft drink Coke, and everyone had a try. And Casey, Jess's husband, who seems to be an aficionado on the on Coca-Cola, very much loved it. So American Coca-Cola is battery cleaner, works great for removing acid. Oh, don't get me wrong, our stuff works well for cleaning like toilets and for tiles and cleaning your car and like all sorts of stuff as well. Like it would be terrifying to think what that actually does to your insides. So English Coke, I would imagine, is about the same as Aussie Coke with real sugar. I believe that English Coca-Cola has more or less the same leveling of ingredients, but there are some that are different. So I have yet to try British Coca-Cola, and at some point I will need to. Works great on Chrome. Yes, it does. Really gives it a spit and polish shine. So, so yes, I went through the Venetian. Had a look through the fashion show, which is a massive like shopping center. Little Dog Chaz with your 7-month membership. Glad to hear it. You had a grand time. Cigars, whiskey, and friends. Can't be anything better. Nope. And oh, sorry for the nose snort. Apologies. But we're going to. We sort of floated the idea that down the track we'll do a like a monthly stream where Jeff, Flux, Jess, and I get together and we do like a cigar lounge like stream. We're all just having a cigar on stream. So, did you find the BBW pool party? No, I got lucky. The room that they put me in directly overlooked the pool. Like, don't get me wrong, I was still 20 floors up, but you could still see. And it was nice. Good view of the strip. Good view of the strippers. You had the Rio off in the far distance. You had the Bellagio. You had Caesar's Palace. Mirage was off to the side. It was nice. The phosphoric acid is a good bit. Yeah. So then the next day, Jeff showed up and Flux and Jess all got in. So Jeff and Jess got in roughly the same time. Flux got in a little bit earlier, and we were sort of sitting playing blackjack at the bar, which the hotel is all about gambling, obviously, because it's a casino. You sit at this bar, and they have the machines built into the bar, so you can sit there and drink. Excuse me. And play like blackjack, poker, keno, all that sort of stuff. Right there. Did I watch any Aussie documentaries again? No, not this time around. What were the cops like? Speaking of the cops, the first night that I was there, the SRT got called to the hotel, which is the Special Resources and Tactics. And they were going through the hotel car park. Something went down that I have no idea about, but they were definitely there. And Other than that, they seemed okay. Like, it was difficult to tell who was a cop and who was a security guard. I thought that the whole idea was that you weren't supposed to, like, even security guards weren't supposed to impersonate cops. Some of them were very close, in my opinion, to impersonating cops, and I think I think there's probably a reason for that. But, like, I mean, the interactions that I had with the police were fine. Like, even the TSA were nice this time around. But I think that's just because I was polite. I used my P's and Q's. They hire off-duty cops sometimes. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense, honestly. So where were we? So this, they got a report from Australia. A fat streamer got free and left the country. Well, they didn't catch me. Haven't lived there in a minute, so don't really know what it's normal these days. Fair enough. Shit. What did we do the second day? Oh, Penn and Teller. We had Penn and Teller that night. Doi. So yeah, so we sort of walked around various places and casinos and all that sort of stuff, and then we had Penn and Teller that night, which was just amazing. Penn and Teller had been a bucket list thing for me for years. Now that I've knocked that off, I've knocked Red Lobster off, and I can basically my bucket list at the moment now contains seeing Gabrielle Iglesias live in concert. That's pretty much it now. Like, I need to actually add some new things to my bucket list. Even the TSA was nice this time. Hey, so I can come frisk you tonight. Lol, kidding again, Aussie. Hope you had fun. No, I had a lot of fun. No, it was literally like, because so when I was going through the TSA checkpoint in Texas, no, was it LAX? No, it was LAX. The first time around at LAX, the guy was a clear rent-a-cop and he was a dickhead. All shouting, all screaming, all getting angry, all that sort of stuff. This guy was a very nice person of color. Literally, you know, when he corrected me on a couple of things, I said, sincere apologies. Excuse me. I thought you said this, this, and this. And he said, no, you're all good, man. All this sort of stuff. But, you know, there was no yelling. It was literally just there was no need to be a jerk off about it, which I think was great. Gonna go see them in September. I've seen Fluffy too and see him again. Oh, jealous. Did you meet them in the lobby after the show? They didn't do that this time around, but I did get my signed poster, which it's right here. I'm gonna get this framed because I want to put this on the wall behind me. I think Charmander's coming off the wall, but yeah, I was quite happy with that. So don't have a bucket list mainly because I can afford a bucket. Love to see Fluffies on my list too. Yeah. Eating cheddar in cheddar. Where are we? As long as you stepped away from the underground drains filled with the Vegas underground moles. I didn't see any underground moles. So that's all right. You crap in a bucket. Classy. I tell you what though, I still don't know how they did the elephant trick. And when I say elephant, I mean it's a cow, because it's you know, that's part of the thing, is that, you know, it's the pygmy spotted elephant or whatever it is. It's a cow with a vacuum hose hooked up to its nose. But it was a real cow, and I can 100% attest to that because I've been around cows. I know cows. I've seen cows, and that was a real cow. How they made a real cow disappear inside 3 seconds where there were no trapdoors that were activated, I don't know. I do not know. It's got me absolutely stumped. Jason probably isn't kidding. That was a thing back in the 90s and the early noughties. No shit, really? You ate cows, you skipped that part? Oh, no, I eat cows all the time. I had a nice piece of cow at the at Red Lobster as a side. So, mirrors, look, maybe hologram tech. No, it was definitely a real cow. I would say that it has to be something to do with mirrors, but the trouble that I have with it is that I was physically on that stage before the show because I wanted to see where are the trapdoors, and it was very obvious. So, I mean, they've probably designed it so that you can't see certain trapdoors, like so that it's so nicely hidden and that sort of thing that you don't know that they're there. But there were very obvious trapdoors. There were very obvious markers. There was very obvious whatever. Are the majority of your subs Aussie or the US? So like 70% of my subs are from the US, I believe. Hang on, let me double check what the figures are like now. Also, Gil, just so you're aware as well, on a Sunday I do something called Titty Ball, where we have like lingerie football, and people like to lambast me about that. But like 40% of my no, it's more than that actually. 40 to 50% of my viewership is female on those streams, so I don't feel bad about it anymore. Can't believe you went to the seafood Denny's. Well, it was on my bucket list. I wanted to try it, and where are we? Audience. There we go. Where's my demographics? Where my peeps at? In the last 28 days, 80% of people watching have been subscribed, and 19.2% have not been subscribed. If you are one of those 19.2% that is not subscribed, why are you sitting here watching that? Hit that subscribe button. Very distracting show the other day. Yeah. Hope you had a great trip, Aussie. Just tuning in now a few minutes ago. No, it's just cause. By the way, Olive Garden is past to Denny's. They wouldn't let me go to Denny's. We were plastered out of our minds after we went to the cigarette bar on the third night. It was second night that they were there. Third night. We were plastered out of our brains. We walked to the end of the corner where it was Resorts World, and I saw a Denny's, and I was like, okay, everyone shits on Denny's. I want to shake. Because from where I was standing outside the casino, there was a Macca's and there was a Denny's. And just as I turned to everyone and said, I'm going to that Macca's, I want a strawberry shake, they turned the lights off. And I'm like, fuck. Guess we're going to Denny's. And no one would let me go to Denny's. Didn't get to go to Denny's. That's necessary one later early morning, but come on, they have Tabasco. Go to the Waffle House in Detroit. It's the best. Okay. They spared you hate and be thankful for it. It's one of those things where I'm like, it's so bad that you have to try it. At least it wasn't Waffle House. Okay, so where was I? Oh, no shit. My geographies have changed, apparently. Let's have a look. Apparently, I have people at least viewing from all over the place. 46% of my views have been from the United States lately, 13% from Australia, 9.7% from the UK, 9.3% from Canada, 1.7% from South Africa. Then we got Sweden, Germany, Ireland, and the Netherlands. And then there's like a bunch of places that are 0.1%. So, wow. Like, Sonic's a better shake. I kind of wanted to go to Sonic, but I couldn't see one in the location. And so we just went to In-N-Out Burger a couple of times. In-N-Out Burger was so good, I had it twice in one day. I'm a fat ass, we know this, but let's face it. What's Denny's? How do I put it in comparison? Yeah, it's a diner. I'm just trying to think what the Australian equivalent would be. I'll have to think on that because I can't even really think that there is something specific that we would class it as. Sweden's got to be Nicholas. That's what I was sort of thinking. But no, apparently there's been like 1,700 views from Sweden. So I've gone global, apparently. Did you pick up a bunch of viewers from the Hales, their US viewers? No, like even before covering any of the Hale stuff, most of my viewers were from the US. So family spot during the day, hang out for those of us sobering up on a night out. That's probably the best way to explain Denny's. But yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, so we did Penn and Teller, and then we hit the what did we do? We hit the Rio very briefly. Your enlarged ass went to In-N-Out Burger, finished a burger, immediately went and ordered another one. The place is awesome. And I love that it's so like traditional as well. Like they had the paper hats on, they had the Oh, the pink lemonade. Oh, that was amazing. I love that pink lemonade. That was delicious. Um, I had the um, animal style chips at one point, and then I had the burger, and then like In and Out's up there in terms of fast food burgers. I would have to say probably got Australian Macca's, my local fish and chip shop, In and Out Burger. I'm still jockeying over number two. Got to do a stupid Nick stream. No, Dwayne, I have already said I'm Switzerland. I'm staying the fuck out of it. I'm heartbroken over the situation, and the wife has already told me that if you're going to get mad, have your burnout, have your flash fire, but do not comment on shit. And like Kirk's pink lemonade. Yeah, except it wasn't fizzy. Like there was no carbonation to it. It was just like what's a Macca's? Oh, McDonald's. That's what we call Macca's, Mickey D's. It's McDonald's. Miss Fuddruckers. Kebabs in Melbourne. Yeah, that's true. What did I get the daughter? A giant stuffed penguin. Because what she asked for was a penguin that folded up into a pillow. I couldn't find one that unfolded into a pillow, but I got her a giant stuffed penguin that had like a little baby penguin with it, and I thought that was gorgeous. So, and I got the wife a little tag that said "Hottie" on it. It's going to go on her keyring. Haven't eaten fast food since 1985. Jesus. Steak and Shake. You missed that place. Did you have fun? I absolutely had fun, honestly. And like I said at the start, it was nice just being able to spend time with friends and just let my hair down, such as it is. Hang on, how bad is it? I didn't do my hair this morning, so that's hence the shirt, hence the hat. But it's been a while since I've laughed that hard. When it was just me and some friends just taking the piss and having a drink, having a laugh. And like even when you're the butt of the jokes, it's still funny as hell. You're welcome back to America anytime. Thank you. Pancake, sausage, and bacon for dinner tonight. Nice. Tons of people wearing steak and shake shirts here, and I've never seen one. No shit. Fuddruckers, the dyslexic least favorite restaurant. But yeah, so the third night was really the most fun because that was when Ari hooked us up with a VIP table at Resorts World at this place called Dawg House, DAWG House, and like they hooked us up with shooters, and they had like these special cocktails, and they had. Hang on, now I'm trying to work out my timing here because we had Penn and Teller the date. So, okay, I gotta. Where's my back in time? Third day, we get up, we're walking around, we like just do our own thing for the first few minutes, and then wait, what? My wife's vehicle's totaled. Now I'm on the hunt for a new vehicle. Oh, that sucks, Jason. Doghouse, I go there often when the wife's mad. Did I visit the pawn shop? No, we drove past it, but we didn't go in, and it didn't look all that interesting anyway. Doesn't Ari have a lot of pull-up places there? He's done that for others too. Yeah. No, Ari's. I was going to say Ari's delicious. Ari's amazing. She's an absolute delight. But anyway, but we got to. I got to go back because I jumped ahead. Third day, we do the haunted tour of Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. I'm not going to lie, I was expecting more. I was hoping for a proper further experience, something that could really cement my opinion on various things. I think that the amount of shtick that they added to it really took away from it. So, like outside, you walk in, you go around to stand in the line and all that sort of stuff, and they've got these 3 TVs telling all the spooky stories about some of the items that are in the museum and all that sort of stuff, and it sort of adds to like the ambience, the terrifyingness, whatever else. Like the stories when they put them together are a little bit creepy. For me, the most creepy thing in that house, really, aside from seeing the actual Dybbuk box and Peggy the doll, was the clowns. And that was just because I knew that at least one of those clowns was a human being that they were going to try and use to scare somebody. And they did. They got flux. But it was like, I don't know why I was disappointed. Like, don't get me wrong, going through there, it's an amazing thing. You hear all the stories, you hear the true crime stuff, you hear all the stories about what happened in the basement of the place, the pentagram on the floor, all that sort of stuff. It's all really good, but I think they went over the top with turning it into like a fun house that you'd go to at a carnival. Admittedly, they got me good because we were all shunted into this room, and along the walls, along every wall was like different animals, and then across the top were like wax figures. And this is the one time that I will mention him because most of the wax figures surprisingly look like Nick. And the woman's going, now, one very interesting piece in this room is this puffer fish, and they're directing us all to look over across to the right of the wall. And then the goddamn wall right next to me flips open, and I jumped like 3 feet in the air, and I just went, Jesus! Because it's like, I'm assuming it's on hydraulics or whatever, but it's like a scene from a horror movie because the whole wall just disappears. And it's loud. And really, I think that's what got me more, was the loudness of it than the fact that it actually moved. And they opened it up, and then, they're passing you off to another tour guide to walk you through other areas. But that was probably the scariest thing for me, was this wall moving, because I was like standing next to it, and it just goes. How high can Aussie jump? We have the answer: 3 feet. So you want to believe? Oh, it's not that I want to believe, Coke Fairy. It's that I do believe. I've had enough experiences of my own in the past in that I can independently, like, verify for myself that I believe shit happens. I was hoping for another experience. Probably the most I've ever jumped, quite possibly. At least since I played basketball, anyway. So yeah, and so then they took us through all the different rooms, and like the Dybbuk box, the Jewish box, was interesting. Seeing it with all of the like the warding in Hebrew and all that sort of stuff. The whole thing about Zach and then Post Malone sort of really, like, because I did this video tutorial at the start where he explains about it, and how Post Malone's plane almost went down and all that sort of stuff. And it really did take you out of the moment, because it's like, this really does feel like it's done purely to name drop. Like, he didn't have to mention Post Malone at all. All he had to do was say, this happened while I was in this room with a friend. And, like, so then you're walking around and you're looking, and it's, it was creepy. I'm not going to lie. But then they had this doll, Peggy. And Peggy is allegedly one of the most haunted things they have in that place. And it's creepy. I will give you that. It's a creepy doll sitting in a case. And I'm cautious about it, even talking about it now, because apparently she's made things happen to people from, across great distances, allegedly. And, I briefly looked into her eyes, despite the fact that they say don't do that because you can get a nosebleed. And while we were in there, they had the spirit box going, so cycling through the different radio channels and all that sort of stuff. And the tour guide's asking her questions, and all Peggy's responding with is, bitch. Bitch. And the funny thing is, when you actually think about it and you realize it, and two things could be happening there. you either realize that the odds of the the spirit box cycling through and picking up the word bitch like 3 times within, say, a 15-second period is fairly remote. Either that or it's like put on, which, it's altogether a possibility. But it was funny. And then there was the thing where the spirit box said, "Watch the channels." Jeff, Flux, and I just turned and looked at each other. And we're just like, the fuck are the odds? Like, it could have been completely random. Like, we could have all have just been like, was the doll looking at you when she was saying bitch? No, she was responding to questions. Probably would have been laughing the entire time. Yeah. But I was still respectful, just in case. I still said goodbye, all that sort of stuff to make sure that, it was all, she was chilling for you guys. Yeah. And then they had an actual human head, because they had the shrunken heads, but they were in the glass cases and stuff that you walk around and you look at. But they had a guy's human head. She's asking if you join it. Yeah, I'm going to, John. Just as soon as I get through the wrap up. And because I did the hot. And they're like, okay, so you start walking through here. Now, out of respect for this dead guy's head, don't stop walking because bad things have happened. And it's like, oh, okay. So you walk through, you get a very brief glimpse to the left-hand side of this guy's head. And it was all very real. Like, you could tell that it was a human head that had been decomposing over time. But it would have been nice to be able to stop and actually have a good look at it, because then you just sort of walked out and you're out. And then they took you into this area where, and this is, it was good, but at the same time, I feel like it cheapened it. Because they had a guy in there who works in a freak show, and he currently holds the world record for the largest drill bit through his nose into his skull. Which he did live in front of us. The drill bit was like this. And he went in, through his nose, straight into the back of his head. I was impressed. More so that he was happy to chat with me about Australia and all that sort of stuff, because apparently he does travel and does gigs and all that sort of stuff. And he was talking about, how he wound up in a relationship with someone from the Gold Coast and all this sort of stuff. And then we went into this carnival ride thing that opens up into a room where allegedly there's a little girl ghost in there. And we'll watch the replay. No worries, John. And you can stick your head in and you can sort of look, and there's apparently the last time someone was in there, the little girl ghost allegedly ran across the room and scared some people. It'll clear out the boogers. Yes, that'll definitely clear out the boogers. So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. And then sort of you got to look through all the different things. The thing that I found the creepiest, though, was this little doll called Lily. Oh, John dropping a super chat. Cheers, buddy. So there's this little doll called Lily. And apparently she had real human hair. And she had allegedly caused multiple issues because it was supposed to be inhabited by a ghost of a little girl that had been tortured or whatever else. But the thing that I found the most creepy about it was that as soon as I looked at Lily, I felt paternal, protective. The same way that I do when I look at Scarlet. And either that's just innately how I am, or it was a way to I don't know, lull me into a false sense of security or some shit like that. But no, you're good, dude. You didn't have to. It's not that you interrupted the stream. It's all good. But I appreciate the super chat. like, it was just, I got the the feeling that I got from it did not suit the location. Like, we're in a room that's all dark and foggy and all that sort of stuff, and it's supposed to be all creepy and like, there's scary things on the walls, and like apparently there's one of Hitler's paintings that was actually like that was there from when he died, and like they'd slashed the painting to check for documents or something because apparently it was actually in the area where he died. Gotta love the old dolls made with the owner's hair. Yeah, but it was just weird. It's a dad thing. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what that was. Um, and then we went into the scariest room of the whole thing, which was the gift shop. um, but on the way out, they had this like giant amethyst chair that you'd be able to sit in, so you could sort of cleanse yourself. Was it amethyst or was it? It might have been something else. That you sort of sit in to cleanse in, and they had like sage sticks and all that sort of stuff in the gift shop. And I got my shirt, which I was happy about. But I think I showed this earlier. But at the start of the museum, Zach does a pre-recorded video sort of thing, and they've got one of those like old Zoltar machines that would give you your fortune, and they've made it so that this one gives out a card to do something in amongst the museum during the tour. And Flux technically got this, but she gave it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to do this either." It's a little card, and it says, "You'll be going to jail soon. Place your hand onto this, and his blood will touch yours. Dare to feel his energy." It's right there. I can't really. There we go. Now, I didn't realize it until we got into the room. There's a bloody handprint from Charles Manson on the wall of a room that's a full jail cell. And I was like, okay. The first thing you said to us when we entered the museum was, "Don't touch anything." Why would I put my hand on this, irrespective of whether or not this card is telling me to? You guys specifically said, "Don't touch anything." So I'm just like, yeah, because then like the tour guides had this habit of putting you in the room and then leaving and closing the door behind you, and like, I didn't want to touch if I wasn't supposed to, but at the same time, I didn't really want to feel Charles Manson's energy either. Oh, and I forgot about the chair, the Devil's chair, the rocking chair from the Conjuring. I think it was the Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It. The rocking chair. They've got that there as well, which I thought was interesting. And as an RIP, I got to get up and close and personal with that. It was still behind glass, but you know. So anyway, so then we left there, and we hit Red Lobster. Check off the bucket list. How much to get in? I'm not sure. I think it was 100 and something from memory. Jeff organized the tickets, and I just gave him cash. So, but yeah, so we went to Red Lobster, and we had these amazing cocktails, which I'm sure I have photos of the cocktails. Where'd the cocktails go? The Cheddar Bay biscuits were amazing, and our server knew enough that as soon as we demolished the first basket, she bought out a second basket, but she made sure that they added extra garlic butter. And I love her for that, and I left a nice, healthy tip. So if you touch the hand, you would end up going to jail, and the card project would have come true. Well, maybe I was just smart enough not to get caught up in shit like that. Sure, I could use a bit of helter skelter. Where is? How did I not? Camera. I know I took photos on. That's the food. That's the drink there. Yeah. Open, damn you. Can I share? No, that'll just stop the extra thing. Present. Share screen. Okay. Ah, there we go. So they had these blue under the sea drinks. These things had like a uh who would you have to defend you if you went to jail? I don't know. Hope you didn't choose the lobster floating upside down in the tank. No, I definitely didn't. Um, so this is the blue under the sea drink. I was quite happy with this because a couple of dollars from every one of these cocktails went to Make a Wish, and I'm very big in supporting Make a Wish. Later in the year, I will be having a fundraiser for the Make a Wish here. Is there a dolphin in the bottom? No. There's a fuck ton of glitter in this drink though, and I had 2 of them. I'm still passing glitter. Let's put it that way. Now, can I do this without? No, it's not going to work. Okay, that's fine. What happens in Vegas does not always stay in Vegas, unfortunately. Where is? Because I took a photo of the meal. Where are we? Present, share screen, window. There we go. Love that idea, Hayden. Make a Wish and St. Jude are my favorite. My wife is a child cancer nurse, and it's sad. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Sparkle turds, yeah, pretty much. So I ordered the feast, the ultimate feast, just so that I could try a few different things. So I got the lobster tail, the bone out steak, the lobster potato, and the pasta. But no, it was nice being able to try the different things, and I would absolutely say I can understand why they're going out of business with the whole endless shrimp, but at the same time, it's like, well, Toast Love Make a Wish Foundation, yeah. Everyone else sort of went easy on what they were having because we got out of the Haunted Museum at about 4:00, and we're like, okay, so we're meeting Ari at 8 at Doghouse, and I was like, well, you guys forget how much I used to eat, like when I used to go around and do the food challenges and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to go all out, and I'll probably still have something when we get there. So I ate all of that. The only thing that I left on that plate was the I ate all the shrimp. I left some of the pasta. The lobster mac and cheese is good too. Yeah. But it's good because I was able to knock something off of my off my bucket list, which I was really happy about. So from there, from Red Lobster, I think we went back to the hotel for a bit, and then we went out to Doghouse, which was great because again, and that's where we wound up with Ari, and she did the whole put us into a VIP slot right up the front, which I thought was lovely of her. Thank you very much for that. And again, thank you to all of the staff at Doghouse. It was amazing. But the highlight of being there was Tall Tom and the piano battle, because there were 2 guys on stage playing piano and they were taking requests for songs, and managed to get. I got some AC/DC played. I got Men at Work, Land Down Under played. Jess was going all out. She was getting them to play all sorts. We got them to play Red Solo Cup, which I thought was hilarious. And we just had an all around good night. Like we were just getting like, hang on, where are we? I probably can't show that one because that's not a photo. I don't want to show the photos that I didn't take personally because I don't know whether or not people want to keep them private or whatnot. But no, it was definitely a good night. Had a turkey club sandwich and some chips there, bunch of drinks, and from there Jeff took us to 8, which is like apparently one of the best smoking lounges in the country. I think he said the world actually, and that was where I got introduced to my first cigar. Where are we? I don't think I have any photos. That everyone else took the photos while we're at the cigar lounge. And I basically fell in love with it. I'm not gonna lie. From there, we got there at about 1:00. They closed at 1:30, so then we got kicked out of there. So we went across to another bar. We finished the cigars, had a couple more drinks. Jeff bought a round of this amazing Utah whiskey, and then we got kicked out of there. So then we were all walking around, and then Where is... I didn't bother with the car thing. They got a crushed like VW car right in the middle of the casino, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, then we were outside. We're all just like standing around getting pissed and whatever. What are cigar prices like in Australia? I shudder to answer that question. That's why I'm saying that it'll probably be like once a week, maybe once a fortnight, because the cigar prices in my local area are expensive. For a single cigar that was about the same, so I bought a cigar for about $3.50 in the hotel lobby. The same cigar when I got back here was $29. When in Rome and all that, if you don't experience the food culture in other countries, you missed a chance in a lifetime. Exactly. So, in the end, I went to a different spot and I grabbed a 5-pack of half Coronas, which was about $46 for the 5 of them. So I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe I'll have to start doing the thing that Jeff does, where for Fuck It Friday, a quarter of the super chats or whatever go into a nice stogie for me to have the next month. Because the local place that's near my work had 3 cigars. There was one for $29, there was one for $59, and there was one for $79. And I was just like, yeah, no thanks. Tobacco in Australia is very taxed. Yes, we've covered that previously, how a pack of 20 cigarettes is anywhere from $32 to $45, depending on where you purchase it from. Grow your own. Can't. It's illegal. Because, why not? But no, look, as bad as it sounds, it's probably a good idea that it's probably a good idea that there's some sort of thing to keep me from going all out, because I probably could be having one of those daily and I probably shouldn't. Oh, the packaging's horrible. The packaging is bloody horrible. I feel like I wouldn't even be able to show it. What does stogie mean over there, if you mind me asking? I only know that from like watching TV, so if I've used that wrong, please tell me. I just meant to get a nice cigar. A pack is $35 to $40. Well, hang on. Let me pull up. Yeah, Smoke Mart. Yes, I'm over the age of 18. Present, share screen. All right. So, and when we say that the packaging is terrible, these are some of the nicer versions that you might see on the packaging. So, Camel pack of 25s for $40. 8 packs of 25 for $314. Bond Street Classic Gold pack of 20s for $33. Pack of 40s. There you go. A 40 pack of smokes, $67.95. Chesterfield. Where's the Winfield? No, I'm not putting my details in. Excuse me. Long Beach Originals pack of 40, $74.99. Loads of Asian fam shops have a chop, and that in Melbourne. Yeah, the trouble with it is that there's literally on the way home, I was reading over the news as I was to see what I'd missed out on, and the cigarette wars are taking off because they keep like it's a big thing, and like they're firebombing each other. Look up Australian cigarette packaging. They're plain white with graphic pictures, medical conditions you can get from smoking. Yeah, I can't show any of that on YouTube. Guess Stogie is an abbreviation for Conestoga, a wagon name. Oh, no shit. Did you bring any back? No, I definitely did not bring any back because that counts as plant material. So that's the last thing that I need. Operators of Nationwide Sports and Pokemon trading card fraud arrested. Is this a real thing? Probably. So, But yeah, it looks like the only time that I'll actually be able to enjoy a half decent cigar will be when I go back to America, because it's not. No wonder your government hates vaping. Yeah, because it was a cheap alternative and they weren't getting their tax cut out of it. So, but yeah, and so from there, yes, we went to the cigar bar, went to the other bar that I can't remember the name of that had the delicious Utah whiskey. We got kicked out of there because they closed for the night. Then we caught an Uber back to the hotel, and we basically just stayed up for the entire night, just talking and chatting, and then I went down to get the pizza cake, and stood in line for ages. Even though it's recently proven to be healthier than smoking cigarettes. Can't get Cubans in Australia. Not the cigars, no. Just looked up my old brand. 27 pounds, ridiculous. Yeah. Can anyone mail you anything as a gift? I don't know what the rules are in importing that sort of stuff. I know that there'd be customs and duties that would need to be paid. I might need to look into it, frankly. But anyway. So then the fourth day, we were more or less just taking it easy. We went to the Cheesecake Factory for breakfast/lunch. I had some meatballs. Flux had some cake. Can't remember what Jeff had. And we just sort of took it easy. And then the next day, everyone started flying out. Flux left like first thing in the morning. Jeff left at about 11. Jess and Casey left the day before. And then I sort of just whittled the day away, walking around and getting in one last bit of Americana, shall we say, before I took the flight out. Thanks, Charles. Fun stream. Glad you enjoyed your stay in the good old US of A. I very much did. I don't know. Look, I'll admit, I don't know if this was a particularly fun stream. I'm glad I was able to like sort of debrief and that sort of thing. I'll probably have more stories over the next few days as I remember things that come up, because I'll be perfectly honest, there's the odd thing that I just do not remember, like daytime wise. But we had some fun, which is the main thing. So you have to pay customs out your ass. Yeah, that doesn't shock me in the slightest. But yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everyone across to Danny, because I'll drop in there and say happy birthday to her, but then I'm going to spend some time with the family, given I haven't seen them for, about a week. So, Gil, thank you for checking out the awesome content. Appreciate it. Sorry, not sorry for the latest AI creation. Yes, I done you dirty. Yes, you did. I'm gonna have to share this one. And just so you were aware, guys, if you're not in the Discord, this is the sort of crap that you miss out on. Psycho Doll doing me dirty. Also had a nice time, fun, just what you need from a vacation. Absolutely. It would, and that can't mail as a gift. My sister in the UK sent me smokes and they were confiscated by customs. Ugh, that sucks. But yeah. Oh, hang on. We had a $10 super chat as well. That means that Doggo needs to wake up. Yeah, I thought that might get your attention. Over here. There you go. Good girl. Can you at least try not to snort while you're eating it? But yeah. Anyway, the WTF wake up call should be back on track for my time this evening, so I'll see you all in the morning. But as always, people, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Let me just. What do I need to do here? I need to go back here. Content. Must have pissed somebody off. I lost 6 subs in the last hour. Oh well. Motherfuckers. Customization. Redirect. Danny's birthday bash. And save. All right. So that's all good. I'll send this all across to Danny. I'll be there shortly just to pop in and say hello. But yeah, I know. Now dog goes to the bed, doesn't she? Oh, and you've still got my shoe. My sock. Anyway, as always, people, remember, you're not a piece of shit. You have value, you do contribute to society. And thank you very much for being here. And yeah, I will catch us all shortly. Yes, fuck this shit. I'm out.
This shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck
Fair
this
enough.
shit,
I'll remember
I'm
that for
out.
next time.
Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.